It's not just radio, it's Rockland World Radio. RocklandWorldRadio.com.
Welcome to Creatively Speaking. I'm Tony Ziegler, and my guest is Paul Speziale. If I'm saying it right.
You're saying it wrong.
Oh,
it's Paul
everybody,
Speziale.
Oh, Speziale.
People have been butchering that name for years.
Well, somebody calls me Ziegler, so.
Ziegler, Ziegler, you say tomato, I say tomato.
Right. Not a mistake. So, Paul, welcome.
Welcome, Tony. Thank you. Well,
And first things first, I'd like to take a Polaroid of you.
okay.
Maybe two.
Okay.
Take another one. One for me and one for you. Okay, we'll leave those over there. It takes a few minutes to develop. And so, I'd like your signature, please, before we start the show. It's a pen. Use this pen. It's a special pen.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Invisible ink. Perfect. Can you print your name here so I can remember?
Yeah, because you'll never read that.
Just for Paul, that's fine. That's all. Good, thank you. We'll save that here.
I'm the only kid in my 8th grade class who they wouldn't give the penmanship certificate to.
So, Paul, in one word, how would you describe yourself? Well, you could use a sentence, but usually one word is enough.
Blessed.
Blessed. I feel the same way about you also. And where did you grow up?
I grew up in a little town called Lodi, New Jersey.
Oh, yes.
It's right in between Hackensack and Garfield.
Yes, I know exactly where it is. It's a nice little town. It used to flood a lot there.
Many, many floods. Army Corps of Engineers straighten it out now, but I remember my grandparents were living in an apartment. They had to be evacuated by boat once.
I had a client there once. They had a boat in the backyard, just in case. Okay. And when did you start playing guitar, by the way?
8 years old. 1959.
So that's like 2 years ago.
Yeah. Actually, first guitar lesson was on Halloween, October 31st, 1959. I still have the Mel Bay 1 book somewhere in my archive, and it's got the date on it, 10/31/59.
Cool. Did you have a teacher, or did you just pick it up yourself?
No, I had a teacher. I studied with teachers, but you have to understand, I come from a family that's very musical. Both grandfathers played guitar. My maternal grandfather played mostly Italian folk songs. One that he used to do all the time was that Cena Luna Menzamata, like they sing at the wedding in The Godfather.
Yeah, I know that.
My other grandfather, Sal, played jazz. And on the Speziale side of the family, his brother, who I'm named after, Uncle Paul, passed away before I was born, played tenor banjo.
Wow, tenor banjo's cool.
His youngest brother, Johnny, graduated from Juilliard, played piano, he played jazz and classical music.
Wow.
Was the music teacher in the high school before he became a principal. And many, many cousins. Family never had to hire a band when there was an event. We had a cousin Ray who played trombone.
I have a similar kind of family.
Cousin Jamie. All right, I'm cutting into you.
No, it's okay. What are your two favorite guitars? Two
favorite guitars. Okay, one of them I'm never going to be able to afford. But
No. Okay, let's hear what that is.
That's like a 1920s Gibson L5. Like Eddie Lang played.
Yeah, nice guitar.
And I'm saying 20s because that's when Lloyd Lohr was the engineer at Gibson, and he really made the company.
And what's the other one?
The other one? I love my Telecaster.
Me too. I love Tellies also. So then, two of your favorite guitars that you actually own.
Okay, I have a Giton SM500 Maple. It's a Django Reinhardt type jazz guitar. It's made by a company that uses the blueprints from the Selmer factory in 1930s France. So they have the blueprints, they make exact copies.
Wow. You don't mind having a copy?
No, I'd like to have the real thing, but I
Yeah.
like this. It's a great accent. All right,
As much as a car, right?
it's a tough call about which is the favorite that I own.
Yeah. Well, the Telecaster and the
Yeah, and probably the Django guitar, but I mean, it's
well,
tough.
don't
tough.
you have a Paul Speziale guitar?
But I've got a Martin D35.
Yeah.
I've got a
Everybody wants that one.
1956 Gibson L50, which is
Ooh.
like an L5, but it's got a single pickup on it.
That's nice.
It's like the Charlie Christian guitar.
I had one of those, and I had to sell it. Name a couple of your influences in music.
Ah,
You already did, but
that's a tough one. All right, the jazz guitarist Chuck Wayne.
Chuck Wayne, okay.
Okay, Chicago blues player Mike Bloomfield, who played in the 60s with the
Oh.
Paul Butterfield Blues Band, the Electric Flag.
I saw him once.
Played on Like a Rolling Stone by Bob Dylan.
That's right.
Backed up Dylan at the Newport Folk Festival when Dylan went electric.
Yeah.
Bloomfield, man.
He's wonderful. I loved at the end of Electric Flag. There's that little tidbit of blues, like 30
Yeah.
seconds.
Yeah.
But Electric Flag is one of my favorite bands.
Killing Floor. The best version of Killing Floor.
Oh man, yes.
That is the consummate blues guitar solo. It's got peaks, valleys, starts, finishes. I mean,
everybody's in that band too.
and
Al Cooper, Buddy Miles.
Buddy Miles was there, not Al Cooper. Al Cooper was in BST at the
Oh,
time.
right.
But it was the year of the horn bands.
Yeah.
Chicago, Blood, Sweat and Tears, Electric Flag,
And-
Lydia Pence and Cold Blood,
Oh,
Tower of Power.
oh. I hear that permeates my brain.
But the other thing about Bloomfield is his work with Paul Butterfield. I still have to make myself 1 or 2 times a week listen to Butterfield's second album,
East West.
East West. And I have to listen to my 2 favorite cuts are East West and the Work Song.
Yeah. And then Evelyn Bishop took over.
Yeah, but he was there in the band.
No, he was.
with
yeah.
Bloomfield. I mean, they traded off solos. Elvin is awesome too.
He is awesome. I saw him live with the overalls on.
And now, I've been playing harmonica the last couple of years, and my ambition is to be able to play the Work Song. And I'm working on it.
Well, you'll have to suck a little and blow a little harder on that thing. Uh-oh, can we say that? Why
It's not one of the 7 words you can never say on radio and television.
Right.
And we can probably say them now,
Yeah.
but I'm not going to say them.
Okay. In 3 or 4 sentences, only 3 or 4, tell us a little about your storied career. Because it's storied, all right.
It's storied, and some of the stories are going to the grave.
Well, I made a guitar that's about your career, actually.
Okay. Well, let's start my early career. Started playing at 8. By the time I was 13, I was playing in rock bands. But I had a great teacher. His name's Lou Robertella. Giving Lou a shout out. He's retired now, living in South Carolina.
There's
Lou.
something I'm looking for. Oh, excuse me for 1 second. Keep talking.
Okay. Lou introduced me to jazz when I was about 12 years old.
Why don't we give him a plug?
Okay, this is a plug to Lou Robertella. Great player. Lou actually taught me how to play my first chord melody when I was around 12 years old. So I learned to do solo guitar then.
3 or 4 sentences.
Okay, that's probably 3 or 4.
That's about 10.
We're not even up to any. We didn't even scratch the surface of
I
a
understand
50-year
that.
career.
Well, just tell us some people you've played with. Just name some names. And if you have one really cool story, keep it short.
Ronnie Spector. I did 1 recording with her. Cleveland International Records. I have played on the Merv Griffin show, so I got to sit in with the Griffin show band, sit in Herb Ellis's guitar chair, and play with Ray Brown on bass.
Wow.
That was pretty cool because that happened like a year out of college.
Was Arthur Treacher there?
No.
Wasn't Arthur Treacher on Merv Griffin? His sidekick?
No, but that crazy kid that played Horseshack on Welcome Back Kotter was a guest. And the other thing that was memorable about that show is England Dan and John Ford Coley broke their hit record. I Really Want to See It Tonight on that show, and I got to hang out in the green room, and I played the guitar player's telly. He played my 61 Les Paul, and we had a great talk about guitars.
I bet. So,
I worked with Rodney Dangerfield in Las Vegas. 160 shows at the Tropicana Hotel. Again, like a year out of college. I landed there on my feet. It was amazing.
you always land on your feet. I'm not going to mention any of those stories I know. Uh-oh, maybe Hillary's listening.
But that was like one of the high points of my, career. Being in Vegas at the Tropicana, and that's how I got on the Griffin show. The singer that I worked with, Angela Beccari, was an RCA recording artist at the time, and Rodney did
So I'm going to cut you short a little bit.
Okay.
Okay. What's up and what are you doing now? Where are you playing? And don't you have a TV show also?
I have a TV show to be airing from this.
Wait, let's give Richard a plug.
Let's give Richard a plug. Richard Quinn is my
We're
producer.
going to plug him in.
And I will be on the air tonight at 9 o'clock.
I'll be there.
From 9 to 11. The show's called Paul Stars. Tonight my guests are David R. Fry, the incredible...
Oh, excuse me, David R. Fry.
David R. Fry.
I think we should have some fish with him.
Joanne Ledinger.
Ooh.
Okay, and Coverbridge. Coverbridge is Gordon Rower and Nancy Wallen Doherty.
Wow.
They're great
Impressed.
performers. Gordon was with us a couple of weeks ago on the show solo, and
I think I remember.
he's
I
here,
can't wait.
he's here with Nancy, and I love having David on the show and Joanne. I've played with both of them in the past. Very great musicians. They have a great thing happening now, Reverend Jeff,
Yes.
and of course Dave probably has 7 different bands.
7 different personalities to go with.
Flying Jalapeno Brothers,
Yeah.
Flying Jalapenos Unplugged, Reverend Jeff, and a couple of other bands, and
I love
he's just
him.
an awesome musician, awesome songwriter.
Absolutely. In fact, I have a picture somewhere, a drawing of his mother. I think he has the original. But anyway, and why do you live in Rockland County now?
Because I love Rockland County.
Why?
The music and the art. The whole scene.
The scene in Rockland County. Tell us about the scene in Rockland County.
There's live music here.
There's none in Lodi?
Very little. No, there's probably...
What about
well,
Hackensack?
One night a week in Lodi, the Hilltop Tavern. All my buddies from high school who are great players, you'll find there on a Monday night at the Hilltop Tavern. On
I know
Essex
Hilltop Tavern. I've been
Street.
there.
Yeah, it was an old man bar.
I used to live in Teaneck.
Yeah, it was an old man bar at one
Yeah,
time.
it was.
And now it's a great venue for live music.
That's where I used to go. It was an old man bar.
Yeah.
Um,
I live walking distance from there. I grew up in the neighborhood.
So, what is your favorite food?
Italian.
That's so broad. Do you have a particular dish you like? Besides the girl that you're seeing.
Stop. I'm not seeing anybody now.
I didn't say that. What the hell is that
We just entered the Twilight Zone. All right, let's back up. Favorite food?
noise? Yeah.
Italian food?
Yeah.
Probably
Scungili?
Scungili and calamari.
I love scungili.
Together.
Oh, man.
And best place to have it? Vincent's in Little Italy.
Yes.
I'll give Vincent's a plug. And if
Oh,
you're
wait, another plug.
and if you're in Jersey, go to Patsy's in Cliffside Park because Patsy was the chef at Vincent's.
It's really good.
Yes.
And what about art? What kind of art do you like?
All kinds, Tony.
All kinds.
I like the ancient stuff, the Egyptians,
You like, so you walk like an Egyptian?
like a cop figure.
you
Actually,
ever
cop
play
figures
with
don't
them?
walk.
Wow.
No, I never played with the dangles on stage or off.
Okay, so we're almost running out of time.
Oh God! Well, I like Renaissance art.
Yeah, you like the naked butts
and
and
I-
the Zoptic women.
The Zoptic women is the Romance period after the Renaissance.
Yes.
And also, I like a lot of modern stuff.
So I noticed that you're wearing the Star of David.
Right.
And can you tell us about that?
Sure. I'm not Jewish, but I have solidarity. I'm against anti-Semitism. I have many Jewish cousins through intermarriages. And so, if you mess with the Jewish people, you're messing with my family. I'm Sicilian. That's not
The
allowed.
oldest DNA for the, I'm going to say this wrong, Ashkenazi Jews is a Sicilian woman.
And I'll send a shout out to my cousins, Claire.
Absolutely.
David.
Oh, we're going to give him a plug or a shout
We'll
out?
give them a plug. Yeah, to Claire and to Flory and Justin,
Okay, so
Michael and David and his wife,
Um,
Hetty.
because you're here and you're wearing that wonderful hat, I don't know where you got that from.
I got that from Tony Ziegler.
I'm going to put my Barcelino on.
Okay.
This is one of my special ones.
We'd in Corleone going to the espresso place
Hey.
on the sidewalk.
Hey, what's the matter with you?
What's the matter for you?
Okay, now,
Or another way to say that in Italian is che cazzo fare?
hey, Paragunda. Okay, now let's drink this up because I have something special for you to taste.
St. Patrick's Day, it's green.
Yeah.
It's early.
It's urine. Drink it.
Just make it up for yourself.
Lex would go, oh no, I can't touch it. So I have-
Here's to those who wish us well, and all the rest can go to hell.
There you go. Okay, we're gonna give. Can you hold the plug again? Okay, we're giving a plug to my good friend in Camp Verde, Arizona, who bottles the San Dominique Vinegar Winery. His name is Bill I'm going to say it wrong, Santelli.
Santelli's right.
He's a nice Italian guy from Brooklyn. And he's been in Arizona for 50-something years. He's 94 years old. He calls me every day, blah, blah, blah. And we're opening this vinegar. It's from Sicilian wine.
We're not going to drink it.
You're going to taste it. It's made from Sicilian wine.
Okay.
Oh, no, I don't have a corkscrew. We'll have to do it another time. So let's give him a plug anyway.
I think Richard is going to get the corkscrew.
Yeah, good. Okay, we'll wait for Richard. And maybe we should play a few things on the guitar. Oh, we have a corkscrew. Okay. Thank you, Richard. It's always good to have a croissant around.
Croissant.
That's French, I think. Oh, Garamia.
Garamia, why? Must we say goodbye?
We got fresh glasses, too.
Good,
Isn't
yeah.
that's nice of him. He'd make a good waiter.
Yes.
He makes us wait all the time. Wow, Richard's good at that. He must have a lot of practice. I'll just put this on the floor. Okay. Now, this is quite special. It's been aging 20 to 30 years from 1933 Sicilian wine. And he's shipping me 10 bottles this
That's
week.
wonderful. My great-grandmother was in the olive oil business, but that was a long time ago.
Okay. I think Papa was in the olive oil business. Salute.
Salute. That's incredible.
I told you.
Wow.
Tastes like port, right?
Yes.
Some-
Yes. Very little of the vinegary aspect to it. Although I'm sure it's alkaline, it's good for your system.
Yes. Well, it's always good to be on the Tony Ziegler show.
Absolutely.
It's good for your health to laugh.
Cent'anni.
Sit down.
So when I go out now, I'll ask, vorrei,
We need some of your grandmother's olive oil.
yes. Vorrei due bicchiere di vinegar. Actually, how do you say vinegar in Italian?
I don't know.
Okay.
It's amazing stuff.
It's amazing.
And I'm going to start maybe marketing it. So, I plugged myself.
Good.
Like in the ear. Okay, now, wait a second. We have some gifts for you, like we do for everyone who comes
Oh,
on
wow.
the show. Here's your bag.
Wow.
That's a pizza for cleaning your eyeglasses or computer or whatever.
A pencil.
A pencil, so you can write down.
A Stadler. Whoa,
Yeah.
a great
Made-
pencil made in Germany.
That's right, only the finest. And
a
piece of banana bread that was made by my last guest.
And why do we have the bread, Tony? Because, yes,
I forgot we
have no bananas.
We have no bananas today. We have string beans and matzahs and skoogles and doodles, but we got some cake instead.
Rest in peace, Carmen Miranda.
Yes. Okay.
Thank you for these wonderful gifts.
Now, you were talking about storied. Here's a storied guitar that I made.
These are interesting strings.
And that's for you. And then I'll take my telly, which is called Christopher's Robin.
Wow.
I painted a robin here.
That is
I
beautiful.
bought it from a kid. So I'll show you what my grade.
You didn't tune the thing. You had me untuned guitar.
Well, let's tune it.
borrow your tuner.
Okay. And this is what my great uncle, who taught me how to paint and play guitar, taught me, and I'm still trying to figure it out. And by the way, you owe me some guitar lessons.
Yes, I do.
Good. This might be the first one.
Wow, Tom.
I just put the strings on this morning. That's incredible that I could put strings on. And it's called a reverb. That will be the name of our orchestra at the end of this series. And Paul will be in it, I'm sure.
I don't want the series to end.
What? Well, we're gonna go. I gotta go on vacation, and then we start another series. Another
You should
season.
keep the show going. We'd have guest hosts like Johnny used to do.
Well, I'm gonna go on the road. In fact, I'm going to Boston, Massachusetts, and Beverly, and I'm gonna be interviewing people up there for next week's show.
Beverly, Massachusetts?
Yeah, that's where I live twice.
Oh, you know something? That's where Dr. Hillary's dad lives. I was in Beverly last night.
And
I had dinner at the, what's the name of the place?
Grab Shack?
No, it's the Grill. The Anchor.
Oh,
the,
yeah.
The Anchor Pub and
I
Grill.
know that place. You know Joe's Pizza?
No, I don't. I mean, that was my first and only time to Beverly, Massachusetts.
And Beverly Hills was named after Beverly, Massachusetts. And Washington's fleet was stationed there. So I think we're running out of time, so maybe we can do a little guitar boogie together. What do you think? Can you handle it?
I can handle it if your E string goes in tune.
I can never tune guitars because I've been deaf my whole life. Hard of hearing.
This string jumps from like...
What do you want for $29? It probably needs a new machine head.
All right. You know something? You gonna play guitar boogie?
Yeah.
That's not tuned either.
No, so what? Ready? Let's just, you do it. Let's hear you play.
This thing does not stay in tune.
So I need new machine heads on it. It's a decorative piece.
Actually, with new machine heads, it'd be awesome.
Yeah, it's a cool little
It's
guitar.
very nice. It's got a nice neck on it.
Yeah, it's light.
Beautiful. Interesting knobs on it.
They're from an amp. I put them on there.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, so thank you for being here.
Thank you for having me, Tony.
Oh no, thank you. And
If anybody wants to hear me play live, Monday night at the Growler, I'll be playing with the fabulous Palisade All-Stars Unplugged.
okay, where's the
Organized-
growler?
The Growler is on Route 59 in Nyack.
That's where you get beer in a bucket.
You can get beer in a bucket, and many of your favorite musicians, people out there in Rockland, will be there. I
Okay.
mean, the Palisade All-Stars consist of like John Caruso, Bruce Pollock, Stefan Waldman,
Cool people.
Mark Valentine, Jamie Valentine. There's
Wow.
Linda Crowar, Michelle Solomon, Rhea Vogel.
Michelle Solomon, I've heard of her.
Yeah, Michelle Solomon, Michelle Hauer Spitzer, who won't be there this time because she's in the Dominican Republic laughing at all of us in the storm. But
This
And if I left any-
inclement weather.
Bob Fellows on harmonica, Ray LaBella, and this is going to be an awesome show because we're going to unplug this time.
So then we got to get rid of this.
So we hit it at 7 o'clock on Monday night at the Growler and Gill.
Cool.
Be there,
okay.
be square.
So we're going to say goodbye to the studio audience.
We say goodbye to our studio audience.
Okay. Thank you for being with us here. And don't forget, you are creative.
Take us out.
Now, let's go.
Great. Okay.
Spitzer. Well, I studied with the old man.
It's not just radio, it's Rockland World Radio. RocklandWorldRadio.com.